know I'm a freaking sucker.
You know I'm a sucker for dry rub ribs.
You know I do anything for a rubbed rib.
I'll rub your ribs.
I'll rub my ribs together,
Gross.
and then we'll.
All right, Michael. What's your best and worst Christmas movie?
Oh man, I'm gonna start with worst. I really, I really do not like the movie Elf. Um, it's horrible. It's so stupid. It's not funny. Will Ferrell is annoying. Um, Elf sucks.
You know, I feel like
And then,
I would like Elf if it wasn't every single person in the entire world's favorite Christmas movie. But I'm with you.
Yeah, that's where I stand. I think it's just been overplayed.
Yeah.
I just
I think it's a
remember
fine
watching
movie.
it
Just
as a kid and being like, okay, everyone's laughing at this. I'm supposed to think this is funny. And then every year I thought the same thing until finally I was like, wait,
Why
it
am I
just sucked.
supposed to be laughing at
Yeah,
this?
it's
Yeah.
just not good.
And then best Christmas movie, I don't know. My favorite Christmas media, like my favorite Christmas uh piece of art is The Christmas Carol, like Charles Dickens' The Christmas Carol. And I think that there's several good adaptations of it. It's just such a good story that it's not hard to make a good movie out of. The
Yeah.
Muppets one is good. The
yeah.
other
Can I ping
day,
off of that?
yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
I was just gonna say the Disney one, the Donald Duck one. I
Yeah,
loved
dude.
as a kid.
Yes, and it lends itself well to animation because it's so zany. It's like puppets, 2D animation, 3D animation, stuff like that is good. Even the Jim Carrey one, the 3D one, is pretty good. And then I saw the other day a short film, like 20 something minute condensed version from 1972 that won an Oscar for like best animated film, I think. And it's just like all of the most poignant and emotionally impactful scenes of that story, just like animated beautifully by hand. And man, I actually cried like 3 times while watching it.
Hell yeah.
I love Christmas Carol. I don't think there's like 12 live action movies from like the 40s up until now, and they're just
Yeah,
all so good. The George C. Scott one is so good.
I need to watch that.
But if you were
Right, and
to
there's
equate a Christmas Carol to a meaty dish, what would it be?
it should be a dish that's as classic as a Christmas Carol is.
Dude,
Meatloaf.
I think it's obvious. It's the poultry that they eat at the end of the story, which
Yeah.
is either a Christmas goose or a Christmas turkey, depending on the adaptation. So
A
I'm
big
gonna go
old,
Christmas goose.
a big fat Christmas goose that the
Yes,
Cratchit, crotch,
Cratchit.
Crockett.
Cratchit
Crockett.
family just mouths down. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, it was hanging in the window of the
Have y'all?
butcher shop.
Quick side note: have y'all ever had a Christmas goose?
Yes,
No?
Yes, last year.
I've never had a Christmas goose.
the Nelsons
And you're like
decided
a
to do
chef.
it last year, and it was fantastic. I loved it
Yeah,
personally.
I made
I've
for
had
like
several
like
kinds of
raw.
meat, but I have never had goose.
it's like duck,
I've had
but just
geese.
a little more gamey.
Andrew made some absolutely banging goose fajitas one time.
Oh yeah. And then we got to hear a story about a man getting mauled by a bear.
Yeah, that story
Yeah,
was
that
way
was
too
crazy.
freaking long. That damn Yankee
My
wouldn't
dad,
shut his trap.
my dad was so scared after that story, and I was like, I still want to go. That makes me even more excited.
Your dad was trying to like psych you out of going bear hunting.
Yeah. Oh
Speaking of
man.
bear, hey, real quick, bears in Mississippi, the numbers are shooting up. We got black bears big, heavy black bears, more of them, and it's getting to where they're like interacting with humans so much that some like conservation advocates and like legislators are working on a bill to institute a black bear hunting season, just like Louisiana has.
Dude, let's freaking go. I would kill
Yeah.
to kill a bear. I would love it.
I know. Imagine having a Mississippi black bear skin rug in front of your fireplace.
Chris,
baller.
best and worst Christmas movie.
So I wouldn't call it the best by any means, but my favorite Christmas movie is Christmas Vacation. I just remember watching it a ton with my family growing up, and I always thought it was really fun. And I just got murdered. I always thought it was really fun. I always thought it just kind of lends itself well to an afternoon of like not doing fuck all, like laughing at a comedy of errors that is every National Lampoon's movie. And I know it's overplayed, like by far, but also it's a feel good, you know?
Yeah.
My least favorite is every single fucking Hallmark movie to ever exist. There's actually it's kind of like a slot machine that has every available type of protagonist, setting that it's in, and like love interest. And if you roll it like an infinite number of times, it just brings up a Hallmark movie that's already been done. So like they're kind of out of ideas and recycling.
There are so many of them.
There are, but they're all the exact same movie every single time, and I don't get why people watch.
Trope of small, young, hot woman moves to a new town and doesn't know anybody and ends up getting soft railed for Christmas by some young, hot Jack dude that works at the ranch.
See, the fact that like I know you weren't looking at an actual plot means that we don't need to make any more of them. They've all been made.
Yeah,
we're tapped out.
You got me there. I'm not defending Hallmark movies either. They're my least favorite thing known to man. I hate them.
I guess a good secondary option would be 8 Crazy Nights, the Adam Sandler animated Christmas movie.
Oh, fuck.
That's a Hanukkah movie, sir.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, how hard are we going on the first episode of this?
Go as hard as you want. I can bleep anything.
I mean, the next 30 seconds would probably be best.
Okay.
But Jake Paul isn't a real religion. They have nothing to celebrate because they killed the only savior that came to this world and sacrificed himself to spare us all from our damnation. Therefore, if it's a Jake Paul movie, it's even worse. Jake Paul don't deserve happiness because of what they did to Jesus.
It's a technical foul.
Yeah, I'm not bleeping that. I'm leaving all that in.
God damn it. I have a professional... I have a profession!
Yeah, this guy's a salesman. He has to be nice to
Jake Paul.
All right, fine.
Especially nice to
Jake Paul.
I'll bleep the word
Jake Paul.
so nobody knows what
You
you're
can
talking about.
Hey, you can do like another
just the murder.
content
There's
creator.
a Jesus Christ is not enough.
Another
Just
content
replace...
creator adds like
Here, I'll give you a
Brazilian-
sound bite. Jake Paul. So, anytime I say Jake Paul, you can replace it with Jake.
You know what?
That's perfect.
Also change your profile picture on Discord to a picture of Jake Paul.
Don't
Be
do
like,
that.
Oh, dude, look what Jake Paul said. Yeah. If you were to compare Christmas Vacation to a meaty dish, what would that dish be?
It's got to be a fun dish, but not a good dish. So I'm
I
gonna
can tell you
say,
what it is,
yeah, shoot for it, dude.
dude. Meatloaf.
It is a meatloaf movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's easy.
Or fruitcake with meat
That's
in
not
it.
okay.
It's a fruitcake
It's just-
with like beef jerky in it. It's
Yeah.
so redneck
A fruit
and so
cake,
hickish.
a fruitcake meatloaf flavored hot pocket.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Well, I do like that movie though. It is a very overplayed one, but I still watch it like every now and again.
I rewatched it
yearly
this
thing.
morning, and I had a good time.
The funniest thing about those movies to me is the hot woman that Griswold is always like imagining in a bathing suit or like sucking his Johnson or whatever, is in every single one of those movies is Billy Joel's ex-wife.
Is it really?
Yeah. It's so
Is that like an
funny
inside
to
joke
me.
or something?
I guess I have no idea, but she just was an actress, not a very particularly famous one, but she was hot as fuck, and married Billy Joel, that big bug-eyed freak. But yeah, what about you, Win? Favorite and least favorite Christmas movie?
If you need some time, I think I got 2 lined up.
This is a problem for me because I have a very limited knowledge of what counts as Christmas movies, other than the obvious ones.
Yeah.
Die Hard.
If you say fucking Die Hard, I'm gonna kill
What about the first
myself.
half of Narnia? Is that a Christmas movie?
Every Narnia
honestly,
is a
yeah.
Christmas
Yeah,
movie.
they're all
honestly,
Christmas.
No,
you could
I'd say the
just-
first Narnia is a Christmas movie.
Yeah, for sure.
It's got Santa Claus in it.
Yeah,
Father Christmas.
Father Christmas literally shows up and is like, well, y'all get to killing. Hands
I'll
you
save
Here's
one
a
it.
sword. Hey,
I'll save it for
16-year-old,
the-
here's a full fucking sword.
Yeah.
I'll save it for the headlines, but I have a Father Christmas related headline that goes so hard.
Okay. Oh, also, I need y'all's take on this real quick. I generated some names that are meat related for what we can call the headlines section. I want to read them. The Bacon Bits Bulletin, the Sausage Scoop, the Ham Headlines, the Beef Bulletin, the Rib Tickle Reports, the Brisket Broadcast, the Salami Stories, or Meatball Madness.
What about
They're all
the bacon
so good.
times?
I gotta go.
Andrew,
do-
shut the
Sausage
fuck up.
Scoop is too rancid. We cannot use that.
Yeah.
Are you
I'm
leaving
saying,
us, Michael?
what was the rib tickle one?
The
No, I was saying
Rib
I gotta
Tickle
go with
Reports.
beef bulletins.
Yeah,
Oh.
I kind of like Beef Bulletin. But I also like Salami Stories.
That sounds like
Yeah, I
Do
don't
they-
know.
a
dude.
porno mag special.
Hey,
Yeah, but that's why I
Jake-
like it. That's why it's funny to me.
Sounds like a Jake Paul special.
Yeah, shut up, Jake Paul. Quit trying to ruin my fun. Anyway, Win, what's your least favorite Christmas movie?
What's that one that just came out? Redone?
Oh, yeah.
Red one.
Oh, yeah.
Red one. Did you watch that?
No, I did not. But
Oh.
I'm just assuming it's the worst one.
You're probably right.
Yeah. I saw.
I just thought of this, but Michael, have you seen the speaking of Elf, there's a Christmas movie with Ryan Reynolds and God, what is his name?
Yeah.
Will Ferrell.
Yeah, Will Ferrell.
Spirited.
Where, yeah. Have you
It
seen
came out
that
a
one?
couple- No, dude. It came out a couple years ago. It's like a Christmas special. And it
Yeah.
came out on like Netflix or something. And it's so homosexual and like fake and stupid. And I think I tried to watch a few minutes of it, but it's just so bad. It's like a stage production. I believe it's Christmas Carol adjacent.
It is. Will Ferrell's the ghost of Christmas past,
Mm.
and Ryan Reynolds is a piece of shit, hotshot, and that's about all the plot that the movie gives.
Isn't that what he is in every movie, though? A piece of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds
mean, yeah.
abysmal.
There's a new Krampus movie with Jack Black this year.
Oh gosh.
But
Oh, what about
Jack-
Fatman? Fatman is a good one.
yeah, that one's really good.
That's my favorite newish Christmas movie.
The Batman or
The Fat Man.
Oh, Fat Man. Oh, dude,
Yeah.
that movie fucking rocks.
Yeah.
Have you
I just
seen
wanna
that,
see
Chris?
it.
No,
Did
I
the
haven't.
Minecraft movie ever come out?
It's Mel Gibson, and he plays Santa Claus, and he's like just this badass, lives in Alaska, fucking... All of his elves are like fat bikers that are just a little bit shorter than him. And this kid hires a hitman to go kill Santa Claus, and it just ends with like a Kimbo Desert Eagle shootout between Santa
Yeah.
Claus and this hitman. It's so
What the
good.
fuck?
It's so good.
Oh, that's the one with the Hopper from what's it called?
No,
Stranger Things?
you're thinking of Violent Night.
Ah,
Yeah,
Yeah, that shit sucked. That was bad.
yeah.
What about
But-
Jingle All the Way with Arnold?
oh,
When I
I've
was a
never seen
kid.
that one.
I don't think I've ever seen it either.
the one where he gets the toy.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go get the toy for the kid.
I think he fights a black dad in that movie.
Oh, that's racist. Cancel Arnold.
Yeah, that was unscripted.
Give me that fucking toy.
And the director's name is Brian Levant, so you know he celebrates Christmas.
Speaking of Mel Gibson and Christmas, are we considering the first Lethal Weapon?
Yeah, sure.
Well,
Lethal Weapon?
Is that a crit?
I totally
It
forgot
happens
about
at
that.
Christmas time.
That's crazy. Oh, also, Chris, I was wrong the other day. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles is not the only Thanksgiving movie. My favorite movie of all time is also a Thanksgiving movie, Prisoners.
Prisoners?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I guess it is.
I'm unfamiliar.
I don't recall it a big Thanksgiving feast. Like I don't remember any cranberry sauce in the movie.
At the
I just remember
very
Paul Dano getting his head caved in.
at the very beginning, before the kids get kidnapped, the whole reason that they're like out causing trouble is because Hugh Jackman he took his family over to Cuba Gooding Jr.'s house for Thanksgiving.
Yep.
Oh yeah, dude, that movie is horrific, dude.
Yeah.
That movie is tough.
Yeah, I love that movie
That
so
really-
much.
I know it's
That,
not a
put
Christmas
a
movie.
gut feeling in me.
It's the only movie around this holiday. Groundhog's Day feels like a Christmas movie.
I can't stand that plot trope of like, oh, the same thing happening over and over again. I get like claustrophobic and I can't watch that shit.
It really grinds
I-
my ass.
I like the Andy Samberg one with what's her name? I can't remember. It's like they have to go to the same wedding party like every day.
I don't fucking know. That sounds like a bullshit movie.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, that sounds terrible.
But when if you
It's
were
like
to,
he's been in it for a while.
Well, if you were to
Never mind.
compare Fat Man to a meaty dish, what would Fat Man be?
Probably,
That's a much harder question than I intended it, like, to anticipate.
something that ends with a blast. I'm trying to think of dishes where, like, the best part is the very end.
A turducken, but inside of the chicken is a stick of lit dynamite.
Yeah, and it lights when you cut into the chicken.
Yes.
Yeah, it's just an
Yeah.
unpinned grenade. That's just as soon as you make that first cut.
Yeah, any meal that you have, but when you sign the check, the waiter brings you a stick of dynamite as your pin, and you try to sign it, and then you blow up.
That's some Zim shit.
What meaty dish would you equate to the Chronicles of Narnia?
Nar. Ooh.
Well, probably something Christmassy. And British. I would have to go with
Beef Wellington
beef
with
Wellington.
sprinkles.
Yeah.
Or a
I can
Christmas
see-
roast,
I was
like a
gonna say
roasted
Christmas
lamb.
roast. Yeah, that would be
No, I
cool.
would say
Standing
something
road.
lower class though, because the Pevensey's were like middle class
Oh yeah,
Londoners.
they
So
were
I would
poor
say
as
like
fuck.
I would say like roasted goose.
But wasn't
Yeah, but they were
uh,
British poor.
Yeah, but like their cousin, uncle, or whatever, rich as heck.
Yeah.
Is it as?
He's just an acquaintance though. He wasn't related to him.
Yeah, he's not related at all.
Really?
Professor Duggery.
Diggory.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's the first one to be to Narnia, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
him and Jill Pole.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
Jill
Anyway,
Poole.
Andrew, favorite Christmas movie and worst Christmas movie.
All right, so this took some thinking. I'm actually going to start with my least favorite Christmas movie, and it has to be the Jim Carrey When the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Oh
Ooh,
god.
that's a good one.
I
that
I
shit.
hated it as a kid. I hated the way everybody looked in it,
Same.
and I still hate it today because it's just I don't know. People
It
love
really
too
dips
much.
into the uncanny valley bullshit.
Yeah, but by using practical effects,
Yeah.
makeup. That's Tim Burton's
Yeah, they
biggest
just
flop.
Did you see the guy
It's
on
just-
Twitter whose dad like spent every night of his life writing the Grinch 2 script?
God, imagine that being your father. Like, I have no father, and that's better.
Damn.
Just be like, Dad, you want to go play
Uh.
catch? No, I'm writing the Grinch too. Like, all
Did a
right.
studio
I'm gonna have two moms.
Here, I found it. I'm gonna send it.
Shut the fuck up, son. I'm writing the Grinch too.
That's the kind of thing, like a guy who's autistically obsessed with something to where he's not actually good at creating the art, and it takes him every day of his life to finally try to like squeeze it out, and it just sucks.
Yeah. The autistic guy who's
Grinch.
obsessed with trains, but like he doesn't know the name of any of them.
Yeah,
He just knows it's a train, so he's not special.
like Christian sucks at drawing. Oh yeah, of course this guy drew pictures on his script.
Yeah.
Oh my
By Uncle Bob.
gosh.
If I was a movie producer and someone handed me a script with illustrations drawn on it, I will shoot with a desert eagle in the face.
Oh,
Okay,
man.
Andrew, what's your favorite Christmas movie?
Well, this one's hard 'cause it's kind of a tie. I need y'all to tie break this for me.
Okay.
One of just way out of character for what it is, but like one of the best animated movies I think I've ever seen. Rise of the Guardians. Fucking loved that movie
I've
as a
never
kid.
seen it.
I
Oh,
totally
dude, that's a
forgot about that. movie.
super good
Stands.
movie.
Still stands today as one of the best animated movies of all time, in my
I need to
opinion.
watch it.
I totally forgot about that. Holy.
But it's also a hard tie because I also love the Polar Express. Not
Ugh.
just because the animation's bad, but I love it because Tom Hanks played like every single character in the movie.
Tom Hanks
Okay.
is a
I take it
pedophile
back.
and killed Isaac Cappy.
I take it back. My least favorite movie is no longer Hallmark movies. The Polar Express. I'll break your tie right now and say
Rise of the Guardians.
billion miles over the Polar Express. That movie fucking it sucks so much cock. It's not funny.
Chris, if you were to equate how bad the Polar Express is to a meaty dish, what would you compare it to?
Boot leather that the Don eat to keep themselves from dying of starvation.
Wow.
Fair enough.
Squirrel and gravy.
It is
Squirrels and
technically
gravy.
a meat dish,
Bitch.
but no one in their right fucking mind should eat it.
Well, technically, that's what they were serving people in the '60s.
Do you guys
Yeah,
remember,
were you around in the
became a
60s?
thing.
Do you guys remember the Polar Express book, like
What?
the original material?
No.
It's a picture book. It's just a short picture book that's actually like interesting. It has like I don't even think it has a lot of text on it. It's mostly just the images.
I remember the book. I remember reading the book as a kid and going to see the movie because of how much I loved the book.
Yeah. The book is like just a bunch of pictures of a whimsical adventure, and it's all hand illustrated, full color, like great art. And the movie just shits all over the visual experience of the book.
Yeah, the movie literally is a bunch of fucking
Jake Paul.
and Tom Hanks chugging a pint of Miralax and then taking an enema and then eating Indian like butter chicken to the spiciest level and just spraying and praying all over Christmas. I hate that movie. So yeah,
Goodness.
Rise of the Guardians is better. And Andrew,
Yeah.
Andrew, what would you equate it to, meaty dish wise?
Oh man, my first thought of like when it came to food, I was like, it's got to be like some type of fantastic like mixed drink. But if I'm going to equate it to a fine dine dish, I'd say the way
Foie gras.
it works as a Christmas movie is the same way it's going to work as a meaty dish. So it's not going to be Christmas related, but it's still going to be so good that you don't even care. So I'm thinking good old ribeye steak
I knew
with
you were
nothing
gonna
else.
say ribeye, Andrew. I knew
Nothing
it.
else.
A grilled
It's
ribeye,
just
or like a done in
Ooh.
the oven and like basted with butter and garlic ribeye.
How about a
Yeah, I'm gonna
sous
say
vide
this.
ribeye?
This is some wild like what are the influencer shit that they do on Instagram? It's like they soy bait it and threw it in the oven and then gave it
That's ice cream.
yeah. Still, they did it to the steak.
Tighten your
You mean
game up,
sous
food
vide?
science major. Fuck. Oh, damn.
I'm just saying random food words right now.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, if I were to do it, I would sous vide it and then give it a reverse sear on the grill
Yeah.
with nothing more than salt, pepper, thyme, and garlic.
Yeah, you pronounced that word wrong, bud.
Well, how would you say it?
It's time.
Oh,
did you say thyme?
really? It is thyme.
No, that's like
No, it's
saying
thyme.
that's like saying mortar and pestle instead of mortar and pestle.
Yeah, I call it thyme.
You're a fucking idiot.
What we have
I'm
here
cool.
is a
I'm
failure
a real
to communicate.
freaking cool guy.
Did you just say you call thyme, the dish, thyme?
It's not a dish. It's a
It's
herb.
not
The
a
dish,
dish.
the herb.
Oh my fuck, Chris! You showed your hand real hard with that one. Too.
Sorry, I got a lot going on, but you call it an herb pronounced like the concept of thyme.
Yes.
That's like calling it the Thames, bro.
Yeah, that's like saying praise God.
Yeah. Yeah, fuck you,
What do you
Andrew.
hate, Jesus? Yeah, fuck you, Andrew.
You mean Jesus? Do you mean Jesus?
What are you, Mexican?
Yes, he is. Have you seen him?
I work with him,
I thought
so
he
I'm
was Arabic.
slowly getting. I'm getting, instead of bleached, I'm getting reverse bleached.
What? Reverse bleach.
Ugh. Turned more into a Mexican.
You getting all the white taken out of you?
Yeah, they're. I'm getting my white card removed.
Guys, I have bad news.
What?
The word time comes from the ancient Greek thumon, so technically Andrew has some leg to stand on here.
Damn it.
Yeah, I studied Latin in high school.
I wouldn't say studied.
Now look up whether or not time grew in ancient Greece.
I think it's actually a verb that relates to. Wait, hold on. Let me see. No, yeah, it's the herb, not the verb.
It is the herb, not the verb.
So,
To fumigate, yeah.
Yeah, but it's probably they were fumigating with the. I don't know.
It would be the most Italian thing ever if they fumigated with nothing but herbs and spices.
I'm gonna hit you up with an interesting one. My favorite Christmas movie is The Grand Budapest Hotel.
Based,
That's a solid fucking movie.
Yeah.
absolutely based.
And the only person in here that would know what my least favorite Christmas movie is Michael, and for the rest of y'all, it's going to need some explanation. My least favorite Christmas movie is a movie called Mixed Nuts. And
Steve Martin.
yeah,
Oh, why'd you remind me of that? Shit.
have you ever seen it, Chris?
No.
It's Steve Martin.
I think we've
and
talked about it.
he runs a like volunteer, like no profit suicide hotline. And it's like a failing suicide hotline too. They're like, man, all the other suicide hotlines are getting so much business, but we're not getting any business. And it's like, you're not gonna take money from it anyway, so why are you so fucking upset? You know, you don't have to deal with people that want to kill themselves. But they go about the movie, and there's some conflict that I don't remember what it is or anything. Whoa, whoa.
Okay.
Shut up.
Wait. Leave Schreiber?
No, shush. I'll get there. Okay. There ends up being a character introduced that comes in and tries to fuck one of the Suicide Hotline characters that works with Steve Martin, and it's Liev Schreiber as a tranny.
Mm-hmm. And he's suicidal.
Yeah, he's fucking suicidal, but then shows up and is like, I have found love. I'm going to fuck the man that runs the Suicide Hotline. But then the end of the fucking movie is they get a call from a guy that actually wants to kill himself, and they just go outside and kind of watch him do it.
Yeah.
And they're like, Merry fucking Christmas. It's just like, oh my goodness. that
Adam
movie
Sandler is
sucks.
there the whole time with like a ukulele, and he's just behaving extremely foolishly, like in an annoying way.
He's doing that dumbass Adam Sandler, like, annoying, I'm going to make a song out of whatever you guys are doing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Cutting the chicken and drinking wine. It's so bad, man. I hate it so much.
It's the untalented uncle move.
Yeah. Oh, that movie
See,
blows
Adam
my
Sandler
rocks.
he just capitalized off the fact that he could make the same voice and jokes as any other white guy ever. He just did it on TV before the rest of us could.
Yeah. Also, this movie's from 1994, and it's like a weird transition period between like the days of Steve Martin comedy and Adam Sandler comedy, and has people like Liev Schreiber. Like, I guess that's before he was famous.
I would
I
guess
don't
so.
really know.
I don't really know. I don't know what Liev Schreiber's thing was that, like, blew him up.
I think it was TV.
Yeah, probably so. But if I were to,
What would you equate? Oh yeah.
yeah, if I were to compare the Grand Budapest Hotel to a meaty dish, I think it would be a nice tuna steak.
I was gonna say something fishy. It's got to be something fishy.
Why?
It's a little.
I don't know.
It's a little quirky, like, because it's Wes Anderson.
It's a bit queer, isn't it?
It's a bit queer. It is,
Yeah.
but it's still like
It's
it's still a good movie. It's nice. It's fine. You know. It's and it's a little sad. And tuna steaks are always just a little too small. And yeah,
So true.
still good. Still high quality food.
yeah, still good shit. I
Yeah.
love a tuna steak.
Beautiful analogy.
So I guess we'll call it the beef bulletin. But does anybody have any retarded ass news headlines that they've stumbled across today or
So
this week?
I would love to start. It's not retarded, but it's interesting in such a weird way. I'll see if I could find it real quick and send it to the group chat because the picture's funnier than my thoughts on it. But apparently, they have unearthed the grave of Saint Nicholas himself, the father of Christmas.
Oh yeah, I think I saw that.
Yeah, in his grave there was a large square made of some sort of metal. The only way I can describe it is the Allspark, which is why I'm talking about it right now. Because it just looks like the Allspark so much.
They found the Allspark buried with Santa Claus.
Yeah.
That goes crazy.
I'll find the headline and send it here in just a minute.
Dude, oh man. The world's about to get really weird now that we just found the Allspark.
Also, what was Santa doing with the Allspark?
Look, man.
He's got
Probably made
magical
it.
powers.
If I was Optimus Prime, I would trust Santa Claus with my heart.
Yeah.
Sadly, I can't continue the talk anymore. I gotta get showered before my mom gets in.
Okay,
Oh
Stinky.
yeah, you worried your mom's gonna spank you, Stinky? I'd let your mom
She's gonna
spank
get
me.
mad.
Get out of here,
That's
onion boy.
strange.
Tell her.
What the
Yeah.
fuck? You worried your mom's gonna spank you, Stinky? Oh, that was so fucking gay.
I have a pretty good. I literally searched the word news on Google and then went to the news tab, and this is one of the top headlines. Trump threatens to retake control of Panama Canal.
Oh yeah, I saw that too.
He said he will
Whoa.
not let the canal fall into the wrong hands. He accused Panama of charging excessive fees to use the canal. Obviously, Panama's president defends their right to own the canal and blah 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 whatever.
Yeah.
But we had control of it until 1999. So it's not like this is some ancestral, like there was a
Yeah.
fair deal.
It's a
Teddy
simple
Roosevelt
business
purchased the
transaction.
land. It all like, sure, we probably were like, hey, sell us that land
Yeah.
because you have nothing. You're not going to do anything with the land. You're Panama, and we could literally wipe you out if we wanted to. We're the U.S.
That is a good point. They can't bring up the my abuelita built this with her own bare hands thing.
Americans built it.
Like, yeah.
So
Abuelita didn't build shit
my wacky
except 6 greasy ass children.
my wacky news headline. Oh damn. My wacky ass news headline. I think this could spark some really funny ass discussion. It also has to do with South Americans or, just Hispanics. Santa braves the sticky heat of the Amazon jungle to bring gifts to children in remote villages.
Okay, buddy.
In Cataloa, Brazil, Santa Claus braved the sticky heat in the rainforest this weekend, taking 2 boats to bring gifts to children in small villages near the Brazilian city of Manaus. The visit was arranged by Amigos do Papai Noel, a Brazilian charity that has been taking gifts to children in the Amazon rainforest for 26 years. I just think it is so freaking funny to imagine a guy dressed as Santa Claus totally committed to the cause of bringing children gifts, but he's like tromping around in the mud and a bunch of naked ass retarded children run up to him and are like, who the fuck are you? Like
They don't know who
Santa is.
Tribal.
Yeah, they're just like, oh, this dude's fat as fuck. Let's eat him.
Oh god.
Imagine being like you would end up looking like Billy Bob Thornton in Bad Santa when he pisses himself. And you just be like trudging through like knee deep anaconda infested waters, swatting away mosquitoes.
Yeah, and also it also reminds me of like Wynn was telling me one time that there were some people that were like, all right, let's try to make the Aboriginals of Australia, let's try to like civilize them a little bit. Here, we're going to show them how this car works, and we're going to give them a car. And they gave him a car, showed him how it worked and everything, and then they came back the next day, and the Abos had like torn it apart and were slow roasting the tires of the car over a fire to eat.
They also
Holy shit.
They couldn't comprehend what transport. Like they didn't understand that was
They
a
don't have
valuable
anywhere to
thing.
Like,
go.
why do I need this? I could just fucking walk.
Yeah. Their
this
brains
vast
are only
desert.
capable of seeing like the material in front of them.
Also,
Can't-
Commonwealth nations are so stupid. They're so dumb because the government of like Canada does this to an extent, but Australia does this really bad. They're like, okay, we owe whatever to the Aboriginals. They're just like citizens of our country. Blah blah blah. We have to make up for. You get the picture. And so they literally spend all this time and tons of taxpayer money and all this government subsidy crap to like open programs and centers and whatever for Aboriginals. And they're like, yeah, we have to build more gas stations out there so that they have gas for their cars so they can get to work. And then the Aboriginals just huff the gas. So then they just spent all of this money. This was years ago now, but they spent all this money and all this time putting additives in the gasoline to where I think it's where it's gas that can't get you high.
You took my sniffable gas?
You took my source of fucking euphoria? You
or
son of a
gas that
bitch.
tastes bad. And it's like that's the hoops they have to jump through. And the funny thing is, the Aboriginals on the whole, like, they're not even like, oh, thank goodness we have the fuel for our vehicles. They're just like, nah, we like live in trailers and just sit around. Like they don't do
The last thing I would want is an abo on the whole. Just saying.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with you.
Do you remember that video of that guy just filling up his truck with gas at a gas station? And this like old black dude walks up with a small plastic cup, and the guy just puts gas into his cup, and the guy just shoots it.
What?
He just takes a shot of gas. I'll try to find it.
Oh
real
yeah,
quick.
yeah, I've seen that.
I'll try to find it and send it.
Okay, I'm gonna read.
I thought you meant shoot it as in like I have a pistol. I'm
Oh
going to
no!
ignite this
He
gas station.
takes it like a shot.
All right, I'm about to read a little bit of this Wikipedia article. Opal is a variety of low aromatic 91 RON petrol developed in 2005 by BP Australia to combat the rising use of gasoline as an inhalant in remote Indigenous Australian communities. So if you go out there in the bush, they have a different type of gas, and it's more expensive to produce it. So
Yeah, of course it is. So they're just wasting money.
it requires a 0.33 cent per liter federal subsidy for them to make it.
Huh. That's strange.
But it led to a 70% drop in petrol sniffing in Aboriginal communities because they can't get high off of it.
Imagine
Maybe they
Santa
just stopped
Claus's
responding to surveys.
Santa Claus's presence that. Oh shit. How the fuck are you taking a survey of how high abos are getting on gas? They just ruined their brain so hard with the first bit of gas they were sniffing that they went to take a survey and were like, y'all been huffing gas recently? And they were just so brain dead they couldn't even answer. So they were like, yeah, let's just mark it as no.
No.
Like, look,
man.
I don't think there's any reason not to trust them. They don't look like they've been sniffing gas.
Maybe that's the present Santa was bringing to the tribal people of Cataloa.
Gas?
Yeah. It's just 2 boats just full of, like, gas jerry cans. It's just like, here you go, children. Because what are you going to give a little tribal kid as a Christmas present that they can't just, like, go out in the woods and make, you know? You're not going to give them a fucking Stretch Armstrong. You're not going to give them an
parka,
Xbox.
dude.
Would you give them a fucking parka? They're just going to run around naked anyway. They'll probably just use it to, like, you know, fucking sew a
Catch
tent back
fish.
together. Yeah. Oh, well.
I don't know. How about give them the gift of first world leisure? Give them a couch.
Yeah, I guess so. That wouldn't be
Throw a
too
little,
bad.
throw a little Amazonian boy in. Ain't shit happening in the tribe ever again.
Oh man,
Give him the Simpsons couch.
I would love to see I'd love to see that social experiment, like a Mr. Beast style video where it's like, I introduced lazy boys to a uncontacted tribe in the Amazon. It's like, all right, this is a recliner. Take a seat. And some old tribesman just sits down in it and immediately starts smoking Marlboro Reds and speaking perfect English.
He's like, all right, turn the game on, friend.
Is Clemson playing?
I'm almost willing to wager that if you introduce lazy boys to an Amazonian tribe, the only people who could sit in those would be like the people who've killed everyone else for the pleasure of fucking sitting in that lazy boy.
It's like owning a cow. It's
Yeah.
the highest sign of wealth and
ownership.
Yeah. You're the big man of the tribe if you sit on the throne, the leather throne.
When do you have a Beef Bulletin crazy news headline?
Let me see. I just saw one.
Doing your homework in class, I see.
Yeah. Denzel Washington baptized and licensed as a minister.
Oh, we were talking about that one earlier. That is honestly
Yeah.
kind of
Oh.
based, kind of
And
awesome.
when I was reading that, the one next to it was a woman burned alive on the NYC subway.
Holy
And I thought it would be funny
shit!
if they were, like, related incidents.
Well, you might be right because he was baptized in a Pentecostal, like Kojic, Churches of God in Christ, Pentecostal black church in Harlem.
No,
They had
he immediately got on the subway and exorcised a demon out of a woman and caught her on
Yeah.
fire and scorched her.
Maybe she got too enlightened and the fire spread.
Yeah.
Oh man, he started speaking in tongues at her and she just burst into flames.
Yep. Or an immigrant poured gas on her because he was huffing it, and then he lit it on fire because he went to light his weed smoking pipe.
No, dude, you got it wrong. He was gonna huff it, but it's non-huffable, so he got pissed off and burned the closest white person.
You're right. But also, that gas was paid for by the city of New York because they get free everything just from showing up.
Yeah,
If only there was people protecting citizens on the subway
Huh?
and not getting fucking murdered in cold.
What do you what do you mean? Are you talking about something specific that happened recently?
He's talking about Batman.
Yeah, he kind of was like Bat.
Yeah, Batman with
Other than
curly
the fact,
blonde hair.
yeah.
I saw a retarded
Honestly,
homeless dude.
Michael,
say
he
no
kinda-
people and just
He
took
kind of looks like your Nordic little brother, but like grown up.
Yeah. Oh man.
Did you see the video of him recently being like, "Yeah, I'd do it again. Fuck you."
Yeah. What a Chad.
Yeah.
Business or pleasure?
That is the
Yeah.
most impressive thing about him is the fact that he hasn't had a psychic break yet and is taking it pretty well.
Yeah, because
I know
he's
He's a servant of God.
Yeah, a blonde former Marine.
Yeah.
He's a protector of peace.
Yeah, he's probably like held children that have been dying in his arms. He's probably more mentally tough than like, you know, King Saul or something.
Yeah.
I don't know how mentally tough Saul was.
Yeah, that's true. I just didn't want to say David because David is like the picture of holiness other than a few hiccups.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. Whenever they're talking about King Saul, they literally mention that King Saul had killed his thousands of Philistines, and David had
that's
killed
true.
his tens of thousands.
David
1,000
was
is a
just that
huge
guy.
kill count.
Yeah.
And David killed tens of thousands of Philistines.
David
is
was just that guy, bro.
insane. Dude has got to have the biggest KDR of all time.
Dude,
That
what's
was
crazy
the-
is I've been having a lot of like religious discussions lately. And every single time I like look at all the figureheads and like these great men from other religions, I think to like one or two like Christian figureheads and I'm like, my religion has the strongest and coolest men.
Yeah, the mighty
Of
men
all
of
time.
Israel, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Sons of Thunder, etc.
Yeah.
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 It's funny to me too. I think it's in Luke, maybe John. I don't remember. In one of them, they were like, so the disciples raced to the tomb, but John got there first. And no, it had to have been John because John wrote it, and he just like had to make a point of like, yeah, I beat everybody to the tomb.
Yeah, in two of the different Gospels, that same story is reported as like one of them has the winner recorded and the other one doesn't have the winner recorded because it was the two disciples that were racing. The one who got beat didn't write it down.
Yeah, they were sour about it.
Yeah.
Man, I bet that's like the worst foot race to lose, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Out of all the foot races, that would have like the most stake in it, so
Yeah, it's the, single most important event in human history. So
Yeah, like losing that would suck, dude.
Yeah, I'd be pissed.
Yeah, it would be
he
No
gets
way the
there.
hell
It's
am I
like,
that down?
yeah. Well, I guess that can conclude episode 1. If y'all are cool leaving it there.
Yeah, I'm good with it.
Yep.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Good discussion.
R.I.P. Andrew. He done went and died.
He
Now, here's
stank
my
it up.
question:
He's
What's
getting a
preventing us
spanking.
from playing Liar's Bar?
Let's play Liar's Bar.
I
Yeah,
haven't
y'all
had
go
a-
ahead. I have a D&D session. I'm about 40 minutes late too.
Oh shit! I'm sorry, man.
It's all good. It's all good.
All right, see you, Chris.
Love y'all. Y'all have a good night.
Yeah, have
See
fun
you,
playing a
See you
rogue.
later.
Merry Christmas.
How did he know?
Yeah, I know you too well.
Oh God.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everyone.